EU has at the moment are so terribly important. Why can't we be increasing our trade with these countries from inside the EU? What's stopping us from doing that?
Well, the biggest problem is that we are naturally, I think, the UK, more than almost any other country in the European Union, arguably more than most in the world, a free trading nation. We believe in the concept of free trade. The World Trading Organization has already said they love the idea of us coming back as a full voting member, because we will argue for free trade. And by the way, global free trade in services, which has stalled because the European Union has not wanted to push this item at all.
So why then does Germany do so much more trade with China than we do from inside the EU?
Yeah, well, that's nothing to do with whether it has a free trade. That's to do with what Germany says they want to do and go and do it. And we have to get our export.
But it's clear that being a member of the EU hasn't prevented them from doing far more trade in goods and services with China than we do. So why do we have to be outside the EU
it's not.
to do that?
That's not the parallel argument. The reality is that by getting trade management, you get rid of artificial tariff barriers and delays at those borders. That allows you to increase your trade. We want to increase our trade from where we are, but at the same time, by the way, incoming stuff is just as important. Now, the people that will benefit most from a free trade arrangement are the poorest in society, because the cost of food, of footwear, of clothing, they're almost certainly going to fall. And they're the people
assuming
that will
it's a
benefit
favourable
enormously
free trade agreement that we were to do with, say, for instance, China, why would they do a better deal with the UK, a much smaller market, than they would be prepared to do with the EU, which is a much larger and therefore more important market for them?
Well, the way to talk about this large market, the scale actually isn't that important. The key thing is, do you value a marketplace? Is it worth doing business with? Financial services, for example, is a really important area you want to strike agreements about, because the UK is dominant in financial services, and we can't even get a free trade arrangement within the single market at the moment. You can't sell insurance into Germany without having a company in Germany to sell that. They've never wanted to do free trade on financial services. So the idea is, by liberating up these markets, by the way, we believe in it globally, we'll be in a much better state. You've seen, for example, the increase in New Zealand's trade when they went for free trade, when they got rid of their trade barriers, a dramatic increase in their global position, dramatic increase in their trade.
The Treasury have modelled this. The Treasury looked at this and they reckon that a free trade deal with America would add 0.2% to the UK's GDP. A deal with China, India, Australia and the Gulf states put together, maximum of 0.4%.
Well, I have a bone to pick with the BBC, by the way. There has been a brilliant economist report, independent economist report this week, which has been given very little coverage to, which has taken apart the model, by the way, that the Treasury and the government put together. For example, dealing with this, the reason why you arrive at that, it depends on what you assume.